Hello traders, it's EBITDA Tiger. Just going to go over the VIX, the good old fear index, which is looking pretty scary, matching its name, giving us a lot of fear right now with this golden cross here on the daily. I'm going to look at a couple time frames and a couple events from the past that have caused spikes. So for instance, I'm going to go all the way back to February 13th, 2020. So that day was when COVID cases spiked and fears got real, and boom, it blew up. That's the definition of a spike right there. As we move, and what I'd like to point out here is, if you look down here on the MACD, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in here. Right where that line is where it curled back up. So besides the MACD, if you look at the stochastic, right before it spiked, it bottomed right about what is this level here? Negative or 1.69 roughly. So if I put a line there, you can see that that's a dangerous level for it to touch. So when it touches that level, you might want to watch out. So if the next date is June 8th, 2020. So this is when we had lockdown fears, and the Dow Jones was down 1,862 points that day. Well, on June 10th actually, but the fears kicked in on the 8th, and then things sped up from there. After that, October 13th, 2020, we had a lot of COVID aid uncertainty, and it caused turmoil in the markets. Moving on, December 30th, 2021, that's right when we had some, end of the year selling, profit taking after a great year. And mainly there was extreme worries of a rough 2020, which they were not wrong. It's been very choppy, and it's been ugly since 2021. So then we moved to March 25th. So this was about the time North Korea did a missile test, and the UK announced a new round of sanctions on Russia. So that caused another spike. As we go on to June 6th, this is when Target warned on profits, and Target being such a blue chip, amazingly run company that classically always beats expectations. That was a scary signal for the market. So it even gapped up right here. And then from there, it kind of went in a downtrend, which if you were following Tiger Trades and EBITDA Tiger, I did call out to short right about here. You can go ahead and look. It's time stamped. The next thing is August 16th. So we got weak economic data from China, and that's kind of when we started to trend back up. Maybe a little bit of geopolitical fears and stuff coming into play there. And mind you, all these dates I just called out, stochastic very low, very low, very low, very low, very low. MACD cross, not really. MACD cross, and then this is where I'm stumped, because I see a golden cross, which you know what that means. You got to respect the death cross. You got to respect the golden cross. Doesn't always come to fruition, but you just gotta. So I see an inbound MACD bullish cross here. The thing that's throwing me off is the stochastic RSI is still high, so I'm kind of confused by that. Anyways, I think that we're one news event away, one thing away from just an explosion, like a powder keg. Like, we're just waiting for the match. So I did initiate a trade, and I'll go over my trade with you guys. So out of all the ETFs to play the VIX, if you're using options, I prefer to use UVXY. I call it UVXY because VXX and UVIX are much less liquid. So you definitely want that liquidity so you can get in and out, because the VIX moves fast, very fast. So I got the 11/25/22 expiry, 2022 expiry with a $9 strike. I had entries at 40.4 and 0.25. The delta is 0.4. I usually like to shoot for at least 0.5 delta. The theta is negative 0.02, not too bad. Gamma's 0.46. That is the acceleration of delta, and it looks like we could get some juice here. The main reason why I got into this call, besides my technical analysis and the way I see the macro picture, because I'm more than just TA. I do FA, I do macro, I do maybe a little bit of micro, if you can call FA micro. So I saw lots of action in the $9 strike, 11.25 UVXY calls, nearly 24,000 contracts traded. That's a 2.4 million share equivalent, all in just one strike. Meaning I'm not the only one seeing this, and this pattern looks like it wants to repeat itself. Down and up, down and up. And one last thing, we'll take a look at the weekly. So on the weekly, this is where the stochastic looks ready to rock. See, it's low here, iffy. Well, really, it's low right there. Kind of got low there. Not a good example. Not a good example. Not a good example. But it looks like we could be in for a wild ride. So anyways, that's all, traders. Just want to let you guys know I do have a Discord where you can get free delayed alerts and a community of traders to talk to, people who do NFTs, people who do Forex, people who do options, stocks, you name it. It's a whole community, and it's free to be in the main portion of it, but there are private servers that you would have to subscribe and pay to be in, where you get live updates and the best trades. So I'm going to share a link in the description for the Discord. And then also I'll share a link to our website. But yes, anyways, have a great day. One last look at UVXY here. Why is it looking terrible? So yeah, so one last thing, one very last thing. This looks pretty. Daily, MACD looks good. Stochastic looks good. 50-day is about to cross up through the 100-day. I like that. All right, this has been about nearly a 10-minute video. I think I covered everything. If you guys have any questions or requests, please let me know. Go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.